SWX has this season's exclusive pass, bringing you into the locker room, onto the field, and inside Saints football. This is Carroll College Saints Insider.
Welcome into another edition of Saints Insider alongside Saints safety Brian FauntLeRoy. I'm Jeremy Schnell here from the bleachers at Burton Ernie's. Make sure to come here every Saturday and Sunday for football. And Brian, tough loss last week, but you did get yourself your first pick of the season. Talk about how that game went and how you guys played down the stretch, obviously.
Obviously, it was a game, we were leading most of the time, and things came down to crunch time, and some plays went our way, and some plays went their way, and result wasn't what we wanted, but obviously it's something on a learning experience that we can learn from, getting in the film and see what we need to fix.
Take me through that interception there. I know you talked about it was kind of like a punt, but an interception's an interception, man. Come on. Ending moments of the second quarter going into halftime, they're going to try and take shots, and something we preached all week was getting depth, because we knew that they were going to run deep routes and everything like that, and so proper game plan was in place, and I just got deep enough, and that ball was in the air, and I was lucky enough to be able to go and get it. So. Being here for 3 years, obviously, this is your junior year. How's it been so far this year, and how are you trying to take on a leadership role, possibly?
Leadership's definitely, I think I learned from the players that I saw go before me. I was a young player. I watched people like Tucker Johnson, McBride Galt, guys, other safeties lead the secondary and the defense in a way that I kind of tried to mimic and take over in a way that I still in my own version of it, but learn from the guys ahead of me and how they did, and kind of step into their shoes in a way.
Being from Montana, I know you're about 3.5 hours away, but growing up around, I guess, this school, what does the tradition of Carroll College mean to you?
Being from Montana, especially when you're growing up and playing football as a kid in middle school and high school, you hear Carroll College and you know that just resonates as a great football team and a great program to be a part of. Kind of something that you grow up getting used to being in Montana, and so when I had the opportunity to come here, it was something that I definitely wanted to be a part of. And
one of your secondary mates, Zach Spiroff, he's a freshman. Just what does it mean about this program that you guys can just be able to play freshmen right away?
It's a big kudos to the coaching staff and to the freshmen coming in and finding players that, he stepped up in big moments, and when his number's called, he's ready to go, and he's made some big plays this season so far, and something that we're going to keep relying on him going into the future. What
happened towards the end of the game the other day that made you guys not come out with a victory? I know you had a chance there at the end. Just take me through the final couple minutes.
They had the ball left. They got the ball, I think, about 4.5 minutes left. They're driving down, and a couple plays where, they're 50-50 balls. Some plays going to our hands. Sometimes they go to their hands, unfortunately. But just some mistakes that we made, but it's definitely a learning experience. It's something that coming back on Sunday, getting in the film, you see things that we need to be better at, and it's something that we're going to focus on going forward.
Can you talk about that real quick? Obviously, it's the bye week. What have you guys been working on this week to try and improve?
It's a combination of still trying to keep that intensity, not knowing that we don't have a game this Saturday, but still getting that proper rest. Those guys that maybe need a time off for some injuries or things like that, getting them healthy. But it also is extra preparation time. College Idaho next week's a good team, so it gives us more time to get ready, see what they're doing, and kind of be prepared for when they come to Helena.
What do they bring to the table that you guys are going to have to prepare for?
They're a good team. They definitely have their identity. They're a good mix of running the ball and passing the ball, and they know what they want to do, and they're good at it. So with those kind of teams, you got to bring your A game, and you can't rely on them making mistakes. As a defense, we got to make plays going at them.
And last but not least, expectations for the rest of the season.
Things are looking up. We had a couple tough losses with Western and then obviously Southern last week, but as far as a chemistry and a vibe as the team's going forward, I think things are looking forward. We have tough opponents coming up, but the Frontier's always like that. Got tough teams every week, and so it's something that we're going to keep bringing our A game to every Saturday.
All right, Brian, thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much.
As Alex Hoffman joins me now on Saints Insider, junior offensive lineman here for the Saints, and obviously a tough loss the other day, but what are the positives that you guys can take away?
We played well, but we just got to be able to finish the game. Credit to SOU. They stuck around and they were able to get the W. So we just got to learn how to finish games so we can compete in the fourth quarter.
What have you guys been working on this week during the bye week? I know it's a nice time to get some rest, but also get back to work and figure things out too.
We've just been working on the fundamentals. Blocking on the O-line, running pass, just shoring up our base plays.
What else? What have you seen? Obviously, freshman running back for Burgess and redshirt freshman quarterback in Bridgewater. What have you seen from them so far?
They're not afraid to make plays. They come out and compete, and they don't use being freshmen as excuses. They want to play hard, and they want to win just like everyone else, and they come out and compete every day.
Tell me about your offensive line, because obviously having Burgess go over 100, almost 100 yards the other day is 97, 96 or something like that, but almost 100 yards in every game. What does that say about your guys' offensive line?
I mean, he makes us look better than we are. It's always nice to have a running back that can make guys miss, and you don't always block everything right, but if he can make a few guys miss on tackles, makes the O-line look better than they might actually be playing.
And being from Utah and just outside of Salt Lake, what do you hear growing up about Carroll College?
Not really anything, but as I was looking at places to go to school, obviously they have a great football team, and they have a great med program here too, so those are two positives that drew me here.
How much were you recruited, if any, and how much convincing did it take to come to a school with 6 national championships in the past 20 years?
Mike Van Diest is a great guy, and he's a great recruiter. Obviously, he brings in great talent. So when he offered me to come here, I mean, it was an easy decision.
And when it comes to playing in a couple of weeks against College of Idaho, what do they bring to the table that you guys are going to have to prepare for?
They're a great defense, so we're just going to have to execute, know our assignments, finish plays, and just make sure that we're ready to play a complete game. And they're a tough team, but we just have to focus on what we can control, and just keep getting better every day.
You're talking about how Burgess makes your job look a little, makes you guys look a little better out there. What does Bridgewater do to make you guys look a little better out there? Because he's one of those guys that can scramble around and make a play happen out of anything.
Right. Yeah. We would have had a lot more sacks this year so far if he wasn't able to escape the pocket.
Give yourself a little credit, man. Come on.
Yeah, he makes us look pretty good when he escapes rushers. So yeah, he's a dynamic playmaker, and we're lucky to have him.
And when it comes to Coach Purcell, what has he been like for you guys this year?
He just wants us to compete every day. Doesn't matter what the weather's like. Doesn't matter what's going on. He just wants us to come out every day, control our effort, attitude, and toughness, and just whenever we're at practice or whatever we're doing, just make sure we're going 100% all the time.
He always preaches about you guys are 0-0 every week. Yep. What does that mean to you?
Every week's a new week. It doesn't matter what happened the week before. It doesn't matter what's going to happen the following week. We only have one game to prepare for, and we have a full week, or this week too, but we just have to focus on that one game because that's all we can control.
What are your expectations for the rest of the season?
Just keep getting better every week. We said if we can get better every week, by the end of the year we'll be a pretty good football team. So we just got to keep getting better every day at practice, and just know that whatever happens, we just got to keep improving.
What have you seen from your defense so far?
Defense has been playing great. Last week they were able to, when we had a few 3 and outs, they were able to get us the ball back, and I mean they're playing hard. You got guys like Brian and seniors like Matt and Chase and Dylan, D-line, Cole and Craig. They're just out there making plays. They make it tough on us in practice going up against them.
Does it make it there's been a lot of turnovers so far this year that forced by your defense. Make it a little harder out there because you got to go right back onto the field, or do you like seeing it?
I like it when they play well. It's nice to have the ball on offense. And they make plays, and it's great to see.
As a junior out there, what do you like to see? Are you trying to become more of a leader on this team?
I just try to do what I do. I'm encouraged some of the younger guys. Obviously, we have some younger guys on the offense. And I know I've been there in their shoes before. Sometimes it's tough to just keep them going when things aren't always going our way. That's all you can do.
All right, thank you so much. That'll do it for this edition of Saints Insider. Make sure to come out every Saturday and Sunday to Burt and Ernie's. But for now, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the season. Have a good night.
Back to pass, looking to his right. That's going to get picked off. Just miscommunication there from the receiver and the quarterback, and it's picked off.